collecting reviews, good or bad or giving reviews. Restoration is on memories.
Hello everyone, it's Ironhide here and welcome to another Transformers Siege review, and tonight I'm going to be looking at Deluxe Class Ironhide. Now I've picked up Ironhide here from Amazon and I'm having some joy on Amazon lately. It was $16.99, I'm a Prime member so postage was free, and I've managed to pick up him and Ultra Magnus and also Soundwave for basically the same price or less as what we were getting Smiths. Or even Kapow. So if you are looking for Siege figures, I suggest that you check out Amazon because they can be found on there in the UK, which is pretty cool. Now Mr. Thu Adams is going to be doing a review of this, and probably to Ben Washot's dismay, I've beaten him to it. But something tells me this video won't get as many views as his, but never mind, we'll get through it and I hope you enjoy the review. So we just come in a box, believe it or not. We all know what these are like by now. Some lovely pictures of Ironhide, well, lovely picture, sorry, of Ironhide down this side, carrying this amazing weapon. You've got some product shots on the back. These two new weapons, I really like the look of this. I think I mentioned that in another video. 14 steps, siege artwork on the side, stuff and things on the bottom, bump on the top. And that's about it. It comes with instructions, but yeah, I can go in the bin now. I won't be keeping that. So, Ironhide is a lovely figure. Really, really lovely. I'll get into why my final thoughts, but for now, let's just go into a bit more detail on it. So let's have a closer look at Ironhide here. And you can see he's got a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. He looks mardy and harsh, a bit like he does in the cartoon. His head can do a full 360. His arms also can do a 360, and you get a bend at the elbow 90 degrees and a wrist swivel. You also get a waist swivel. He can do the full Van Damme, and he can virtually do the full Monty as well, which is pretty cool. You get a bend at the knee, and you also get as much ankle tilt as you desire. So articulation wise, this guy's pretty stoked. His chest can open, so if you want to put a matrix inside there, you can do. And if you fold his head inside, you can kind of make him look like the original G1 toy in a way. Maybe very badly, I don't know. Now, funnily enough, when I was transforming Ironhide, I managed to find this mode, which actually works quite well as a G1 representation of Ironhide, so I thought I'd share it with you at this point. It comes with one weapon, which is this rocket launcher, almost Arnie Commando style rocket launcher. You can hold it in his hand like so, but you don't get any bend in the elbow. And if you turn his wrist round the other way and plug it in this port here, you can kind of get the over shoulder grenade launcher kind of look. I think it works. It's a shame those panels are empty on the backs of his arms, but never mind. Bound to be an add-on kit for that. You can also pop it in his hand. So it looks like he's carrying his weapon like so, or like he's potentially carrying his pool cue. I can't remember who said that in the review I was watching, so credit to them, whoever that was, but it does look like a pool case. This is the best part. You can rotate this around and you can have a hammer mode, and this is how I'm going to be displaying him. I love this weapon. I think it's probably one of the best weapons that we've had with a mainline toy in a while. It looks really cool. You can hold it in various different places. I think it works. As I say, the best weapon we've had in a while. And it suits Ironhide, it really, really does. Here's Ironhide next to his G1 self, so you can see how they look. Here he is next to Takara Cup, and you can see size-wise there, he's a bit bigger. Here he is next to Voyager Optimus Prime from the Siege line. Ironhide next to the famous bounty hunter Boba Fett. And here is Ironhide next to the Hog Watcher. Transformation is simple and he basically turns into a box with wheels, but that's what we want from Ironhide, isn't it? As siege mode, alt modes go, these have been pretty hit or miss. Some of them look really like Earth vehicles. This one I think works really well as a Cybertronian vehicle. It rolls pretty well, and I think it works for what it is, what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a boxy truck. Ironhide's always been a boxy truck. You can take a little bit of that boxiness away by plugging the weapon on top. It can't be central because of where the ports are. You have to have it either side. But even though I think that works, and it looks like something out of Alien with that on top. Really cool. I really, really, really hope they do a Ratchet in this, which they're bound to do. But I think the vehicle mode really, really works. So here's Ironhide next to a Titan's Return Deluxe. This is of course Hot Rod. Here he is next to his Generation 1 counterpart. And here he is next to a Generation 1 Combiner Limb. This is of course Skydive. So, final thoughts on Ironhide here. I think he's the best deluxe released in the Siege line so far. If I'm honest, maybe he's the best figure. I love Prime. I love Soundwave. I love Star. I love a lot of this line that I've got. But I think he probably is the best. He's up there anyway. I think it's definitely the best mainline Ironhide figure we have had. For the fun factor, his posability, the fact you can flip him backwards and forwards and make fun fan modes out of him, he probably beats the Masterpiece. Now, I haven't only got a dirty KO with the Masterpiece, but I think this is probably the best Ironhide figure officially we have had. I think he's built well. He's a little bit rickety, as Bisto said in his video, but it's not the same kind of rickety as what we used to. It's not ball pegs that are causing us problems. I think it's just the little bit of weight he's got to him. And it doesn't cause any problems. It doesn't feel loose in hand, which is a bit bizarre really. I haven't come across that before. I really like the design choices. If anything, maybe it needed a little bit more of the dry brushing up here, but I mean, I'm okay with that. Negatives wise, there isn't many. I mean, we've got a bit of hollow at the back. It cleans up really well, but as I say, you've got hollowness there, you've got hollowness in the arms, hollowness at the bottom of the feet. There's probably going to be a third-party add-on kit for that to cover up some of these. Or these figures are definitely going to get KO'd and oversized at some point. Absolutely, I can see that. But that's the only negatives. Other positives, I mean, some people might say that this gap in here is a bit of an issue. I don't see it as that. But some people might say, well, maybe this glass needed to be a tint or something like that. I don't know. But other positives, his posability is absolutely stunning. You can get him in some really dynamic poses. You can use this axe or hammer or rocket launcher in various different positions. It's an amazing, amazing toy. And considering the price point, and as I say, $16.99 on Amazon. They're actually out of stock now in the UK at time of recording, but I believe more are coming in stock on the 1st of May. So maybe get in there and get an order in. I love the Siege line for a couple of reasons. Number one, I love the fact that we're getting a new take or a retake on some the classic characters. Built well, at a good price point, cheaper than the Power of the Prime stuff, and some of the Power of the Prime stuff was pretty poor. But also from a personal collection level, this is the first. I got back into collecting mainline Transformers at the Combiner War stage, and I was an absolute completionist. This is the first line I felt where I haven't got to complete. So I don't want Chromia. I've got Generations Chromia. I don't need another Chromia. I've got the Moon Racer in that mould, and who's the other one? I think there was another one in that mould. Anyway, I don't need that mould. I know it's had some changes, but I don't need it. Six Gun, maybe pick him up, but I'm not desperate for him. I don't have a Titan Metroplex, even though I would like one, so maybe I'll pick him up, maybe I won't. Prowl, Again, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Doesn't look that great, but if I was going to pick one out of that mould, I'd probably go for the Barricade that's coming out. So I think this is the first time where I felt I can actually pick and choose. I would like a Shockwave, but I'm not going to buy a Shockwave for 50 quid or whatever he's going for. I got my Ultra Magnus for 32, I think, or 35 quid by waiting. So this is a line where I haven't felt the need to go out and pre-order the ones that I wanted. I've sat around, I've waited, and that has paid off really well because I've managed to get some of these figures before the people who had pre-ordered them from places like Kapow and all that. Just by waiting and finding a little, basically just stumbling across a few on Amazon. So Siege Ironhide is a massive, massive recommend from me. He will be up there in some of the best Transformers of 2019. So go and get it. Anyway, I've waffled on enough, haven't I? I have got Soundwave. I've been meaning to review Soundwave and I just have not got round to it, so I will try and do that at some point this week. I haven't got Laserbeak or Ravage yet, so you'll just have to put up with me showing you Soundwave, but I will do them at some point this week. Anyway, if there's anything else you want me to review, any Transformers you've seen, or any of the toys in my toy collection that you want me to talk through, please let me know. Thanks to every single person who comments. I know that some people have commented on my video that I put up last night. I haven't got round to doing it yet because I'm at work and I want to get this one done. So I'll try and comment and message back to you over the next day or so. Anyway, I've been Zort Rider. I'll catch you again soon.